Well, we've seen them do it the once. Can they do it a second time here against Team Secret? I mean, before Nigma versus Secret Game 2, what are you expecting out of this one from the lineups that we're seeing coming up? And are you excited to see Alchemist show his face once again?
Boring hero, and when he is popular, it's like the worst meta ever because everyone just starts playing it. But I do think that it can work this game. I'm gonna say that with a little bit of a grain of salt because I do see Nigma with some insane, literal full wombo combo.
I mean,
the most team fight you can possibly imagine. However, when they don't have their team fight, I don't really see them having too much oomph. The only person who can really do much is Weeha on the map without their ults being up. And when the Phoenix starts getting levels, once Phoenix gets levels, then we can see it to be, you know, a little more threatening because the Sunray is very lethal and all that kind of stuff. But I'm a little worried for them when their ults are on cooldown that this Alchemist is just going to sit back and just be able to farm. So see if they can press the issue forward. The literal biggest team fight lineup I think I've ever seen.
Oh, sure. And talking about the Alchemist, obviously, it's not a hero that we see too much. I feel like a couple of months ago, me and you did see quite a bit of it over in one of the Southeast Asian leagues that we were casting, and it was a hero that teams were having quite a good time with. I mean, what is it about this hero that is sort of in other parts of the world that people just don't want to touch it? And why do you think Secret did feel that it could work this game?
I think it's just exactly that reason. I think that they're just looking that when the ults are on cooldown, like Matu has a free game.
Sure, you want someone that's able to always farm.
Yeah, like he's just gonna build a farm forever. They don't really take buildings either on the side of Nigma either. So I feel like that's kind of the style that he's looking at. That if he gets to a super late game, he's gonna win this game. He has phenomenal Aghanims that he can pass around to everybody. Snapfire, you know, Lina, Rubik, all really good too. So I feel like he's just looking that this is an Alchemist game that he can win.
Okay.
In later stages or in, you know, even if he gets away with like 35 minutes of farm.
Yeah, well, we'll see what he's able to pull off this game. And looking at some of these lane setups, what have we got? I mean, mid lane, we have Kunkka versus Nisha. Lina are obviously very tanky, but is a melee hero, so Nisha might be able to mess with some of the CS with some well-timed stuns with the Light Strike Array. Top lane, this is, I guess, one of those lanes where it's as safe as it really gets, right, for Spectre. You've got a Warlock. He's going to be able to make sure that the Miracle is going to be pretty much topped up and kept at full HP for most of this lane. Yep.
That boring lane.
Yep.
I think actually we have some very boring lanes, I think, across the board here. I feel like a bottom might be kind of exciting, maybe. If they can actually punish Matamba Man, which I think they can with this lane, it should be a little bit more fun.
Top lane. Actually getting quite a few punches in onto Zai there. Zai beating.
I'm going to be looking mostly at mid, because I feel like Nisha's going to destroy this matchup.
Yeah. It's something that we have seen, right? I think even from Nisha himself when he plays the Lina against the melee hero, just it's so hard to ever step up, and even as Kunkka with the Tidebringer, you can't find those perfect setups with the creep waves to clean him up with the cleave as always trying to counter you with the stun. We're seeing that already. You know, first few waves, 6 for 5 against the 4 for 1. Nisha just controlling the area perfectly.
Yeah, I feel like he's just going to right click him so much that he's just going to spend extra money on regen all the time on Weeha and just have to play around that. And yeah, bottom, I feel like this lane, I want them to be able to pressure Matu, but I feel like it's just going to be Acid Spray and Fade Bolt pushing the lane out, and then they can't actually make an aggressive play most of the times. They have to find some type of advantage they can take, though, as soon as they hit level 3 at least, because that's when GH gets that much stronger.
Sure. But yeah, Matsu with this early build too, just starting with the Bracer and looking to get the second one out as soon as he can, does mean that that combo, that burst from Mind Control has got a few levels. It's going to be not too scary, and indeed in the Acid Spray, he does. I mean, I feel like this is not necessarily a lane you should be dying to, right? Alchem Rubik.
Oh, again, there's a courier too? Oh, he gets his courier as well, Yapzor.
Well, that's... You don't want to be feeding away kills to an Alk in the lane. That's big stuff for Matu.
Yeah, they doubled up the wave. That's what we saw them do. They Fade Bolted and Acid Sprayed it. It was a double full creep wave, and Mind Control stood under the Acid Spray. Mars is very low armor. 2 armor, you're negative at that point. So they just get the lift under all those creeps. He even gets a side pull now on Matu, which they're going to try to break, but yeah, that should not happen. You can't die in this bottom matchup, and we see Nisha has destroyed mid to the point of...
Oh, goodness, yeah. Look at those denies.
And we have to just jungle.
So the bottom lane and the mid lane, very solid starts for Secret. Up top, what are we seeing, Zai? I mean, not too bad as well. In fact, Puppy, with that skewer back, might just set up for a kill. They're looking towards Iron Man. He's going to pop the Fairy Fire, and they're able to take him out. Already here in this game, too. Pretty hot start for Secret across the board.
Yeah, I can't believe they can actually set up for a kill and also even just slow down the farm of Miracle. This must have been just because of Puppy, because I saw him, you know, I was looking at mid and bottom mostly, but he was pulling the waves a lot, and him doing that has actually caused some big problems in this top lane. Miracle's not free farming, as a Spectre with a Warlock in his lane, and their other lanes are going terribly.
Yapsaw hit. To get the spear off, and then we'll get him. Yapsaw poking around a little too much there, was playing with them. Trying to just give Matu spaces. Matu dips back, double braces out. She's also got Boots and the stick coming over. More prepared to stay strong in this lane, despite the potential pressure from the Phoenix and the Mars.
Good lane positioning at the moment for Nigma to try to punish Matu a little bit here. So if they can keep it there, that's going to be ideal for them to try to slow down the Alchemist farm. So look at Nisha.
On the mid lane,
even stealing the farm, like stealing the neutral camps
and the bounty ring.
And he's going to walk in to go for the bounty. And he might even find GH over here too. Push him away.
And look at that.
Oh my
that's
goodness.
The Miracle Spectre going down. Secret. Now they're certainly hitting back pretty hard after that game 1 loss already here in the laning stage.
Middle tower is under attack.
So very big leads here in some of the cores.
Yeah, this is definitely a concern here for Nigma off of this laning phase here. They're going to have to just go for some recovery in the mid game with just big ultis, because these lanes are definitely lost. And it might even be, it looks like it's a 3-lane loss.
I mean, it's a 2k leader at 5 minutes in. Well, it's probably a little exaggerated by the Alchemist with the Green Wolf 3,
but look at top, like Miracle shows, and immediately he just gets spammed every ability onto him. RMF has to come over and heal, but it's just a level 2 Warlock. It's just that level 1 heal.
Side lane is just not quite being as careful as they kind of need to, Nigma. I mean, both of these lanes did seem to be set up in a way that you wouldn't expect Nigma to be losing heroes on the side lanes.
No, definitely not. I mean, especially not up top.
Yeah.
I mean, actually not even bottom either because of what they're up against. It's just very rare to see the heroes die versus an Alchemist lane. As Yamatu's just going to start, he's going to start maximizing. He's just going to start pulling. And there's no way for really them to slow him down. They're going to have to call Weehaw to make the move to bring and try to slow down Matu. But once he hits 6, even then, it's going to be almost impossible for them to pressure him.
Keeping the distance as well. The Weehaw is trying to maybe set up for the combo. Quite able to get catch with that level 1 X. He knows they're hunting for him.
Puppy during all this too is he's stacking. So they're doing fairly well up top. He's also getting a double stack here, as well as a double ancient stack for that Alchemist to walk over eventually. And he'll clear them very fast with an Empower or with the Acid Spray. Big concerns for Team Nigma of how they're going to slow down Matu. He's going to be off to such an explosive start here.
Matu. Start getting a few punches in onto GH. Still have to dive. We'll be fine.
He's just giving him this low right click though. It looks hilarious. Never see those clarities.
Trying to dive in for Zai. See if they can get him. 1-1 charge. Tries to turn the blasters off the mark. Maybe able to slide them down. So Nigma managed to get themselves something in. Now they've got to try and get themselves out though, because Nisha's heading over. Iron Man tries for the TP out, but the skewer from Puppy puts it to an end.
Save the Laguna for a bigger target there.
Nisha,
Yeah,
he's actually going to take this stack for himself.
Okay, I'm fine with this. He'll be able to get such an early Yule Scepter online if he does choose to go for that. That'll be very nice this game. Lina versus the Kunkka with Yules. Disjoint a lot versus those torrents. And yeah, Miha's really been slowed down. Hasn't died, but we really see their net worth being affected. And Matu will continue to stack up for himself as well with those acid sprays, a double stack that he does. Weehaw in the area though with GH. They're going to try to slow it down.
With the ult.
He's got the ult. They can't kill him. They can't touch him.
They can't burst this out.
And look at top. Miracle. Nisha. He's found him.
Cookie in.
No mana for Laguna, but they don't need it.
I mean, Miracle the second time dead in that top lane. And as we're seeing, Matu, even in a position where the enemy mid, Weeha, is able to step over and have a look at him, it's they just don't have the tools to make a move on him. They can just sort of stand there and stare at this Alchemist, but no real solution to, or showing any signs of how they're actually going to be able to slow Matu down this game.
Nope. Mind Control is going to pressure down bottom as best as they can, and they're going to actually bring the Spectre down here. This will be some good space for Miracle. But Matu's going to go farm, and he's going to go eventually hit these Ancients. This is already now a double, triple stack Ancients. He's actually queued up a Battle Fury as well on Matu, even though he has a Magnus on his
Dude, that's
team.
wild. I mean, I love it. I feel like I did see an outbuilding Battle Fury the other day, but you're right. The fact that he's doing it, and also in a game where he has Empower.
Radiant structures.
I mean,
and he has the talent too, right? Like he's gonna have 100% cleave.
Oh my goodness! This game's not 100%
right. Under attack.
That is.
It's. Quick math said. I think it's 105, right? It's,
it should be a little bit more.
No,
than 100.
it's much more than that. It's 130.
Oh my. Okay, cool.
130% cleave damage. If he gets the
Weeha.
ultimate cleave build bottom. We are going to drop the combo onto Nisha. On top of the arena control. Doesn't catch the 2 in a minute. Well, Miracle comes in. They're actually able to clean them both up. And they're going to look over towards Zai. Zai trying to run. This is a big move and an important one as well for Nigma. Getting Miracle involved in some early action. Not to burn Zai down with the Sun Ray. Oh no. They should still be able to catch him, and they do. A lovely turn here from We Are to clip Zai on the way out. And very quickly done that.
Going for the runes. He'll have to just TP out, get the 1. But that's going to be 3 runes for Nigma off that smoke rotation versus an Alchemist. And that's their big ults finally.
It is, right? Because that is what we know Nigma's going to be strong with. Right? The team fight from Nigma, when they do bring it, especially at this early point of the game, it's going to be very, very devastating.
Especially if they find, you know, Nisha in the front line. And Nisha was right on top of the Kunkka. Easy setup for Weeha to bring it down. Yeah, they have to just pretty much play around. They have to play around these ultis and play around Mind Control, I feel like.
Is under attack.
With this Arena of Blood is they spot Matu. Still very tough target, as we said.
Yeah, without the ults. I mean, they'll Supernova and boat in 10 seconds. Even
still a bit too
Radiant's
tanky.
bottom tower is under attack.
Very hard to kill this Alchemist.
Force the wave in so that they can't get the damage on the tower, and then Matu back to the jungle for some time. But Miracle, like we said, they got a good chunk of space from that first usage of their ults. Able to actually get tier 1 tower.
This is, it's just going to be beautiful. So happy we're here to witness this Battle Fury power outbuild.
Has been
versus all ultis, all team fight ultis. Nigma, they're making the move. There's no chemical rage.
Let's see if they can kill him. Straight back into the boat. Do they have the damage? Torrent down as well as Supernova. Mind Control trying to find the arena position and he'll get it. They chill him off. Mortimer's Kisses nearly finding Mind Control. Won't be enough damage to kill him though as he stays alive and off to the side. Nigma also chased down the Absol. He's just going to come in. Let's try and find the target onto GH. GH up the high ground. Zai looking to deal with him with the snapper here, but it's not enough. Do manage to get go out there. There's actually a snipe there onto GH. Picks him up at the end of it all. Control TP back to base. Damage there from Zai with the Shredder.
Big move though. Catching Matu when Chemical Rage is down. Every single time his Rage is down, that should be a kill for them. And they do get some decent space for Miracle too. So not too bad, all things considered there. They did end up losing their Kunkka and their Phoenix though, so I don't think they care too much. They know the gun is going to be on Nigma to utilize their ults at their best every single time, as the Alchemist is going to just farm like a beast. Alright, man. Getting sandwiched up top. That'll be an easy one.
Top tower is
Nisha
under attack.
Come around from the side.
Radiant's middle tower
Quick
is
kill.
under attack.
All's now complete for Nisha, so we'll have the solid setup against those of Nigma. We closing on the Spirit Vessel.
Yeah, he needs it versus the Alp.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Of course, secret. No sort of team ways of moving the vessel from Matu, so until he has that first safe item.
You have the first dispel, of course, you know, on the first chemical rage initial, but, you know, if it popped on it right afterwards.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Still a lot of time till Weehaw has it done, too. Like, it's very expensive, the last two components. 2,000 gold, so he's still 1,300 off from it. And this is the time where, yeah, Matu, it's time to HMH and Battle Fury's online.
Yeah. Battle Fury and Empower. They got a team right in the middle. They're going in onto Yapsel. Yapsel's going to get taken out, and they've caught Nisha against the wall of the arena. Again, I mean, Nigma, they're definitely not hesitating to use these ults every time they're up. They're straight away looking for the opportunity to use them, as they know that they have to. And so far, they're doing it very well.
Both times they've gotten Nisha taken out right away. And now they're actually getting some good tower damage out of it too. Secret's trying to slow it down. Even Moxie's walking over and taking the creep wave.
Golem.
And looks like they have successfully stopped Nigma from taking the tower too. So even though we see them get wiped, somehow Team Secret comes out ahead in the gold because Moxie farms.
The Alk is there, I feel like unless Nigma can pull off a massive play, you know, you are just going to constantly see Matu push further and further ahead.
Yep.
Will just be intriguing to see what Matu does with the build. At the moment, it looks like he's got a Sanj on its way out.
Okay, looks like it'll, I guess, what, just the S and what, just the how, status is this build, I guess?
Yeah, I guess sort of against what the team fighting these big sort of BKB piercing abilities, that's sort of what route he's going to go for, but nonetheless, it's going to be very intriguing to see what Matu does build this game on the app.
I think it'll just be like the standard, like maybe even S and Y into like Abyssal. I do want him to get an Abyssal pretty early on, but I think there's also potential he goes like Silver Edge and some crazy stuff this game because he's versus
Dire's
the
middle tower
Spectre.
is under attack.
He's got options.
Oh, Matu. Bit of a mess up there, blocking the camp himself.
Oh, bounty!
Unforgivable.
Yeah. Mom, watching that.
They also did not get a shovel, unfortunately, on their side, right? No shovel to dig up extra bounties for the Alchemist. And we did see, looking a look at the bounties, 3 bounties again claimed from Nigma. So they're very adamant about claiming those bounties versus the Alchemist. But keeping themselves at a decent, decent spot in this. Sure, they're 5k gold behind, but it's most of that gold on the Alchemist.
Yeah. They just have to keep doing what they're doing. As soon as all of their ults are up, just go for action. They can't delay.
Yeah, I really want them to try. They have to get these 2 tier 1s to get into the enemy side. This mid tower is proving to be a pretty big task, big problem. As we see the 2 spammers, Zai and Yapso, both just Fade Bolt, Scatter Blast, push averted. But they're not able to actually capitalize out of these ults in terms of map control just yet. Besides just that bottom. So Secret just climbing further and further ahead, at least in golden experience because of this.
Middle tower is under attack.
And it is just an SNY, so SNY, BKB, and Basher, Abyssal, etc. He's got queued up. So just some stats. Let's see Nisha up top for a moment. Looks like My Control is trying to set up. My Control does have Blink at a very good time too. So their cores, they're off to a great start on the side of Nigma too, with their cores and also allowing GH to get a lot of farm on this Phoenix.
Yeah, and as we've seen, if they commit the ults on to anyone other than Matu, they kill them. They don't really struggle with just Matu himself up. Take the biggest focus.
Oh, Nisha missed the stun.
Now Miracle returns. He's going to go straight in with the horn onto Nisha. Another stun out, but that was cute there. Miracle with the dodge over to the side. Still, there's a lot of backup. Miracle's got to be a bit cautious here. The kisses are out. Miracle's stuck in the trees. Miracle's in trouble. He's trying to juke this around. He's going to end up going down. The golem is dropped onto Yapzor and Zai. Zai out to the side. They'll turn and try and slow down RMN's golem, but they find the kill. Nisha is able to get up with the TP. Still, Poppy, he's not done. He's actually going to be able to skewer Weehaw up to the high ground. Weehaw has got a TP, so make it out of there. So, I mean, Miracle, he really chased, in trusting that his team would be there with the backup. They did turn up, just wasn't soon enough to keep Miracle alive there, as Zai keeps his cool and just rains down the ultimate onto the Spectre.
Nisha. Let's call it. It's done this time. Matu's looking to get involved finally, though, as he was farming that whole time during the fight was happening.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That was Mind Control. Mind Control out to the side. Weehaw is there. Matu pierce any further. So it is another team fight. Nigma able to come out on top of the trades, but still, the game just continues to be a farming frenzy for the Matumba Man Alchemist.
And in that one also, it was only like very slightly too, right?
Sure,
Because they
still
took
lose
Yapster and
the
Zai, but they
Spectre.
lost Miracle, and they lost a Courier, and they lost a Ward. And Nisha survived was the big thing too. He actually got out of there somehow at the end of it.
Are fortified.
So Secret definitely still coming out a little bit ahead, and they still defend the mid tower. 300 HP on that one. And yeah, this Alchemist is getting to double net worth of everybody else in the game.
We're sailing now.
Mid,
Zai.
coming up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Combo down. Zai's caught. That. Should be able to finish off the tier 1 tower mid. Fortification. They're being used, so Nigma able to take that away from them. Yapzor, Matsu and Poppy swinging around from the side.
Pretty big steal for Yapzor. He has the spear. Probably like one of the best non-ultimates you can actually get in this game. And there's the BKB finish. So Matu already was unkillable. Now he's literally unkillable.
You're not going to. You cannot kill this out.
Under attack.
I think that they did good to kill him the once this game so far. Really very hard to see sort of how they're going to be able to do it now until they get to a stage where their cores have got sort of the big items to help fight through a BKB. Matu, he's going to be feeling unkillable in these team fights here. 20 minutes in with a BKB and why?
They don't really have too much just to go straight through that BKB, right? It's when Manta comes out on the Spectre, and that's the big one, really, of that actual BKB piercing damage. Secret with big timing here. They're looking for fights. No BKB on Nisha. He's still quite vulnerable in the front lines. They're looking for Matu. Can they get him free BKB?
Oh, mind control. Misses the spear and the God
They're getting turned on.
Yeah, they've got bail on this. They're not killing Matu off now as Laguna comes down onto mind control. And little whiffs like that, they can't have those happening.
Oh god, I didn't know it too. Matu has the Nether Shawl as well. Oh god, they're all magic damage. They're literally not going to kill her.
They really are.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, they can't kill the mirror at all. A bit of a poke, but they can't push Secret off the tower. Secret take the tier 1, and just like that, Matu's pretty much got the gold secured for the Basher to head on out.
Item picked up. Yep, Basher for him. Zai about to finish up an Aghanim, so you know they've been doing a decent job of running away from Matu, and you know they're not dying to Matu because he's getting on top of him. You're gonna have to deal with him getting on top of you. Ag's on Snapfire. He's gonna get thrown right into the midst of everything. So fights are gonna start getting forced here from Secret and Nigma. They're gonna have to react somehow, and they're starting to get pretty far behind. Miracle at least, okay, he does have the meds at least finished up, so they do have the damage that's going to be coming in from him. Yeah, not slowing down Matu at all. It's just getting incredible item timings. And there it is. Secret, imagine they're going to probably look to make something happen here soon. With this Gobble Up.
This out.
Gobble Up just catches people off guard like every single time. Just always kicks off to a crazy fight. There's the smoke.
There we go.
Side's ready. Getting Matu.
There we have it. He's ready to send him in. And there we go. Straight in onto We Are. He's ready to start it up. Kokocha building up. We Are just getting burst by the Laguna. He's getting low, but the Sunbreak. It's actually keeping We Are alive. Not long enough, though. The Bash comes into play from Matu. Brings down We Are. Turns over towards Miracle. The Supernova's out, but Matu and Zai just smash the egg completely. As the Supernova's put to an end, Matu seeing if he can even try and chase for more, but Miracle's out to the low ground with the dagger. He'll live. We're really seeing now just how strong this Alk is. Matu can just go in head first with the thanks to Zai and his Ags into these team fights, and Nigma can't really do a lot to get him off them.
No, and that's Nigma using absolutely everything too. That was all their ults expended to try to turn that fight. And they couldn't at all. The Alchemist had already killed the Kunkka before the fight pretty much started. The Sunray did real good work, but yeah, way too strong. Is another toss in.
There we go, Poppy. Look at the high ground, look at the mind control, but a blink out will get mind control away.
Dagger got the last hit. Okay.
Oh, it did.
A little bit of gold.
All right. That's very nice.
See that happen quite often. And yeah, we didn't see it again. Just until Kunkka has BKB, even when you have BKB a lot of times, you're not going to be able to react in time to the Gobble Up landing on top of you. But yeah, we see poor Weeha die, and we see all the ults thrown out. But that egg not in the most fortunate.
So just a couple of waves away from having the completed Abyssal. Already hitting over the 900 GPM on this Alka, just 23 minutes in. But Matu definitely showing, despite this hero that probably hasn't been playing too much as of late, as it's just not been anywhere up there on the list of sort of go-to carries in this patch. But still showing that he knows how to make the magic happen here.
Yeah, I mean, when
the creeps.
When a lot of the carries are getting banned out, especially now when we're looking at these games like your Voids, your Life Stealers, like, a lot of them are just taken out of the pool. We might start seeing these old carries start to creep in again. Matu, yeah, just absolutely massive. BKB, 1,000 gold away still for Weehaw. Yeah,
and they're just going up to the high ground with how strong Matu is. They've got the combo coming out onto him. A Cookie will be able to take him out to reach the Shark.
He's got a Abyss now.
Straight back in. He's going to go in onto this. Weehaw will be safe for now. But the Glimmer Cape is off to the side. Matu turns his attention over towards Iron Man instead. The bash is there. Iron Man's out. Matu just cleaned up the kills.
A creep tossed onto the back line to get them to half HP.
They're going to try again onto Matu. X mark into nothing though. Really starting to seem like they just don't have answers for this Alchemist.
Miracle's trying to build all the items possible to deal with him. He's going for the Basher as well next, but it feels like he needs the Basher, the Abyssal, and a Scotty in order for him to actually have the tools to deal with an Alchemist. It feels like they need way too much in their lineup really to deal with this humongous Matumba man. Yeah, like we said, Zai's always going to kick off the fights with these gobble ups. But Weehaw, he can't actually find space to find his BKB either. He needs 1,000 gold for it, but if he shows his face, he's very likely to just get gone on immediately. They're trying to give him his space, but here goes.
Setup into the Laguna. They do turn to drop the combo down onto Nisha. Come in with a haul. Nisha pops the BKB top of the side. Puppy up piece to hold back the Spectre. Nisha will be able to get out. Matu committing straight away onto GH. The bash is there. GH doesn't even get the chance to put the Supernova. Puppy will fall. Matu being held underneath the tower by the upheaval as Secret are getting a little split up. There'll be a buyback from Puppy. Nigma at Miracle trying to push back Yapsel. Daggers out onto him. Matu's heading over though. Miracle and Maestro have to start to retreat. Puppy, he's in. He's able to TP over towards the outpost. Gives the vision for Matu to lay down the concoction, but Miracle's in with a man to dodge. Avoids the concoction and Secret are still trying to hunt him. Gobble not quite reaching him. Victories with the dagger, they're scouting with the courier. He will manage to take down the courier on his way out, just trying to get further and further away. But Yapsel with the stolen people slowing down his escape, allowing them to get in with the Yule setup. They're onto Miracle, and there's nothing that Miracle can do to get out of here. Secret clean up the big one. The Spectre goes down. Game continues in a state where Matu and is out. He's just unkillable. And he really is at a point where he can just turn and kill anything that goes onto him here. Is now a 15k lead for Secret at 26 minutes.
Great move from Miracle to at least pull them all the way to the left side of the map and save his tier 2 for a little bit of time and maybe even give Weehaw time to finish a BKB.
Dire's middle tower.
But yeah, we see every time Matu, yeah, he just gets on top of these targets because of the gobble up too. And we saw GH in the last fight. Back-to-back bashes after an Abyssal. No way. Yeah, we're seeing these fights just be absolutely impossible, especially into Aegis. It really feels like he's hitting a critical mass. 50% cleave talent now too, on top of all this.
Oh, there we go. There we go. So that's sort of what run the numbers again. What was it? Yeah, it's 140% cleave. 140% cleave total there. And of course, eventually, if it gets there, probably what? But if Poppy does it to 25, then it gets even better. He put in 52%.
Tower has fallen.
Great math on. Now, do you mean that versus creeps, or do you mean that against heroes? Because there's a difference of cleave between heroes and creeps. You know, right?
That's true. I mean, if you want to be pedantic... Oh, BKB as well. They keep bringing it down onto Puppy inside. Zai's having to just cookie over the arena wall. Puppy, he does that. They do have the vision. He's trapped in the arena. They will bring him down low. Puppy's still able to get up that riding power onto Matu. Now Matu pots the BKB. The Supernova's out. The Secret can't quite take the egg down. So they'll step to the side.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Great 5 positions there. Puppies was a dieback though, as like Zai sent him into his death this time. But yeah, the BKB reveal definitely coming out there, as could have potentially been a death there for Weehaw if it was not. But back to farming, back to pushing in all the waves. Yeah, and a nice little sliver.
Bottom tower has been
Some more magic resist, nice damage. Yeah, he'll finish up that ADC. They do have vision down here, so Nigma, I think, actually trying to make a move. Their waves are all pushing in super hard, though. It's gonna probably be pretty obvious if they do try to make this move. Mind control, he's trying to sneak in. So now look at top. Nisha's already set the trap for Miracle.
The outpost is still secret, so they're coming in and close the gap. Nisha with the setup,
Nice,
but Miracle's able to dodge it. Doesn't manage to dodge the Abyssal though, as Matty just comes straight in. Abyssal into Concoction. No escape.
Tosses the Apps already.
They're trying to find the catch in the right man. We've only going to be able to do so. Lift ups is there. This game is... It's just looking well and truly Alchemist. Cinderum would be proud.
He would be.
This is
Spear. Nice.
Definitely an Alchemist game.
Yeah, when it's an Alchemist game. To the high ground, no Spectre 30. They have to just watch their buildings burn.
Dyer's top barracks has fallen. Dyer's top barracks has fallen.
He might just get the setup there. He does.
The double. Misses.
Put the BKB. That's it. And the Abyssal RP for Puppy gets the two of them. Mind control's down. Weehaw just managed to get the combo off as he attempts to turn, but Matu is still up and strong. The BKB is just going to turn him with the shredder from Zai. They take out GH's Supernova instantly. Buybacks coming into play from Nigma. They'll put the horn in an effort to chase. Miracle turns towards Puppy with the dagger. I don't think they're going to be able to catch any of Secret though. Secret, they are out of there. Okay, they'll get Puppy. Got the net to control him. Puppy will fall. Kisses raining down from the side though, bringing Weehaw low. There's two buybacks coming out. All they're getting is the madness. Secret get everybody else out.
Two buybacks and a haunt used. And yeah, they only get the 5 position. Secret full reset, wait 20 seconds, they can go again. Nisha has a full Lincolns now too, and yeah, they're in such a comfortable spot.
Yeah, we're getting to territory with Matu starting to treat teammates. Axe going to be coming out. We are trying to start something here, but Matu's onto him straight away. He's dead. Mind control's gone. Miracle's trying to lean in with the blade mail. He's looking for Yapsor. Yapsor's able to get away with the Ghost Scepter. And Miracle, he's now got to run. Zai trying to chase. He's able to slow with the Scatter Blast. Miracle trying to juke this out, but they've got the vision on him. He can't man to dodge that stun as Miracle's out for 70. Secret just continuing to grow their advantage by some insane numbers here, reaching the 30k lead. And Matu, he's just a few gold away from hitting the 1k GPM as the ARC.
Pretty much flawless performance from him, and just his team setting up around him. They held that mid tower for so long, it felt like, and it felt like Nigma was just beating their head against the brick wall, just could not get through it at all.
It's under attack.
High ground they go. Weren't able to stop him on the top lane. Going to be able to do anything different here mid. It doesn't look like it. Miracle and mind control down. Jump forward onto Iron with the Abyssal. The Warlock's gone. There's no buyback on him. Secret just cleaning up the racks. The catch also there. Yaps are able to reach him. Telekinesis into Weehaw. Pop the BKB. What can he do to stop this though? He'll look towards Zai with the combo, but the Glimmer Cape's there on a Zai. He'll barely take any damage from that attempt. Secret clean up mid. Down to the bottom they go. Nigma, they won't call it yet. Maybe they want to try and give it one more chance, but they're going to be up against the Megas. And Miracle back up in a few seconds. 20 till Iron Man's in, and they will have the Golem, but there we have it. The Megas are taken. Arena is attempts to on the side. Puppy just RPing GH to make sure there's no egg this fight. Matu goes over with the Abyssal on towards Weehaw. Weeha's trying to run, and Matu beats him down. Miracle pops the horn, but the light strike into the cookies there. They lock down the Spectre. He's dead and gone, as they'll surely cool it down. There it is. GG. It's there as well. Secret, they certainly weren't happy about losing that game one. You can feel it here coming into game 2. They see an opportunity to pick the Alchemist, something